turn around its fortunes in the next few years. Derek Hanekom made the remarks as he visited the annual World Travel Market in London, and it's one of the largest tourism trade shows on the global calendar. It comes just days after Finance Minister Tito Mboweni suggested the national carrier should be shut down. South African exhibitors are out in force as usual at the show after a disappointing 2018. From there, Catherine Drew reports.
Animals, safaris, cities, food. South Africa's best is on show via a VR headset, which gives potential visitors a suggested itinerary. Getting visitor numbers back to their 2016 record levels is the preoccupation of many after a dip, particularly from the UK, amid concern about Cape Town's water shortages and changes to regulation on children travelling.
I see 2019 as a big growth year for UK altogether, I should say, for international tourism arrivals next year. I think it's going to be a bumper year, but for UK in particular, because we had the backslide. So we're going to recover quite, I believe, quite spectacularly.
The stand for South African Airways appears to be more modest than in previous years, perhaps reflecting cutbacks. However, the minister remains upbeat about the airline's fortunes, despite high-profile questions about its future viability.
South African Airways on its own is embarking on a turnaround strategy, but it will need financial support over the next few years. We believe we can nurse it back into recovery, and we will contemplate, and that is a cabinet position, not my own, we will consider strategic equity partners, sort of partner airline companies, if you like, but closure of SAA is not an option as we stand now.
The fierce competition for tourist dollars is on colourful display at this event, reminding participants there is no room for complacency. Exhibitors I spoke to shared the tourism minister's upbeat assessment, due in part to South Africa's current favourable exchange rate. However, there are other factors operators see on the horizon. Colin Nelson-Thaver believes his luxury adventures business could be particularly affected by the UK's upcoming departure from the European Union.
My biggest concern is Brexit and the impact that that's going to have, not just on South Africa, but Europe as a whole in terms of spend into South Africa. Despite
the downturn of 2018, the mood here at London's World Travel Market is upbeat, with the tourism minister and many of the exhibitors here believing 2019 will be a year of recovery. Catherine Drew, SABC News, London.